Hey, YouTube, it's the Morning Brew. Happy Friday. Oh, God, it's so nice to have a Friday. Mm. Oh, it's so nice to have my creamer back. Yeah, if you watched yesterday's episode, I was complaining about milk and sugar and coffee. It doesn't work for me. Got a nice Belgian chocolate caramel, whatever the hell it is, in this thing, and it's absolutely delicious. Don't be jealous. Anyways, happy Friday. It's been a long week. It's been my first full week of waking up at 6 a.m. to get this recorded and done. And somebody shoot me. Oh, God. I know. I hate the fact that there's a 6 a.m. I remember when I was 8 years old. I used to have to get up at about 6:30. No, like 6:15. To get up to go to school in Mexico. Escuela 20 de Noviembre. Whoa! And I used to have to get up that early and just think like, oh my God, this is the earliest morning could possibly exist. Not knowing that my dad used to get up at 1 in the morning to go across the border at work and all that stuff, whatever. Um, but then I remember saying some kid, I was like, you know how young boys are. They start having pissing contests about who does what better. And I overheard some kid saying like, I got up at 6:30 this morning, man. It's painful. And I said, well, yeah, I got up at 6:15, so there. Some kid said, oh yeah, well I wake up at 5:30, so what? And then finally I went and said, oh yeah, well I wake up at 5 o'clock sometimes just for the hell of it. And some idiot behind me literally went, dumbass, there ain't no 5 o'clock in the morning. The world doesn't exist at that hour. And I kid you not, when all the rest of the boys in that group went, oh yeah, Eric, you're a dumbass. I thought to myself, if there's a 5:30, and we know there's a 6 o'clock, and there's a 6:15 and a 6:30, just like the clock does mark 5 in the morning, or 5 o'clock, so why wouldn't there be a 5 a.m.? I got called a dumbass a couple more times, and I just walked away thinking, like, man, am I that stupid? I really must be that stupid if I can't even. I mean, everybody else says there's no 5 o'clock. Why the hell am I pulling that on my butt? So, waking up at 6 a.m. every morning now, a couple of times I've thought back to that memory and just went, God, I wish there wasn't at 5 a.m. sometimes. Because it would mean I would get to sleep a little bit more. Anyways, other than that, beard's growing good, Robert. I hope you're watching this, and yours may or may not come in. Bandit would like to. Your cat Bandit would like to curl up to this. You know it. That's what you want to grow one. Hate on the beard. That should be it. That should be a hashtag right here. Hate on the beard, or beard hating. I think that's what we're gonna go with. Beard hating. Anyways, let's move on to the news. It's going to be a bit of a long list and a couple of things, and a bit of a short list and a couple of things. So first and foremost, Disney / Marvel / Lucasfilm / Muppets, him has his Muppets, have announced a director for the next Star Wars film to come. This is outside of episodes 7, 8, and 9. The same director who just brought us the critically acclaimed and fan-loved Godzilla. Gareth Edwards is set to direct the next film, which will be written by, and I can't remember his name, my notes are sometimes terrible. Gary Whitta, who wrote After Earth and the Book of Eli. I watched the Book of Eli, I thought it was fantastic. After Earth, I'm trying to remember, is that the Will Smith thing? I think it was, which I watched recently, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, even though M. Night Shyamalan, or as my friend Morphy would say, Shyamalama Ding Dong, produced it and directed it. Anyways, the film is set for a December 2016 release, which is really far away for us. Too far. Anyways, the thing is, nobody said what film it will be. We have not heard what it will entail, and if it's a prequel, a sequel, in-betweener. What we have heard is, in the past, is that there's going to be a movie about Yoda, Because Lucas no longer owns the property, Disney can choose to give Yoda an origin planet and an origin story, which he had refused for many decades to do. We know the origins of Boba Fett, but we don't know the origins of Jango Fett. Well, that could be a movie. Or I think a good movie, and people have said before, is that tell the story of what happens to Boba right after Jango dies in Episode 2. That would be cool. Not really caring too much about that idea. What I wouldn't mind seeing it would be cool to see a Yoda story, but from Yoda the Padawan, not what happens to his planet. I would like to see what kind of a snot-nosed brat Yoda was, as I'm sure he was. Knowing the way this thing works, they're going to turn Yoda into what Anakin used to be, a whiny little bitch with an attitude who wanted to be a Jedi no matter what. So it's not known. The director and writer that are set for it, I think it's going to be a good combo. It'll be interesting to see what they do with it. But until we hear what the premise is going to be, I wouldn't get too excited. It could be a terrible, terrible idea. It could be the Han Solo origin story. That I wouldn't mind. Especially since the extended universe was destroyed. It would be nice to get some background on some of these characters. Wow. Or how the hell does Chewie meet up with Han Solo after Kashyyyk gets attacked by the clones? Ooh, that'd be a good one. That'd be kind of cool. Although we've seen Han Solo's story, if you watch the Lego movies, which are considered somewhat canon, although very loosely canon, there is a good story about a little boy named Ian, whose name is not really Ian. It's Han. Watch the Lego movie. It's great. I thought it was sweet and cute. And it connects the prequels to the sequels. So, good stuff. Anyways, in video game news, the roster for Super Smash Bros. Was extended once again with the inclusion of Ike from Fire Emblem. Now the roster, and I'm going to read the whole thing off now as the hopefully video trailer is playing now. But so far, and you know what? People are just going to have to deal with the notes in my hand. I almost feel like reading this off like Wacko Warner from Animaniacs singing the States. Or is it Yakko? I think it was Yakko. But I'm not. We've got Ike, Diddy Kong, Greninja, Lucario, Charizard, Little Mac, Yoshi, King Dedede, Sheik, Zelda, Zero Suit Samus, Rosalina and Luma, Marth, Sonic, Toon Link, Peach, Luigi, Pikmin and Olimar, Mario, Villager, Donkey Kong, Link, Mega Man, Samus, Kirby, Wii Fit Trainer, Fox, Pikachu, Bowser, and Pit. And I can assure you, the roster is not done. This is going to turn into a Super Smash Brothers. Oh god, what was the GameCube one called? Was it Brawl? No, Brawl was the Wii. What was the GameCube one? Because there were Smash Brothers, and there were Smash Brothers. It has to be Brawl, isn't it? Because I can't remember the name of the GameCube one. I really can't remember the GameCube one. Anyways, the GameCube one had a humongous, crazy, out-of-control roster that included two different versions of Mario, which is Mario and then Dr. Mario. You had Mr. Game & Watch, you had Rob the Robot, and so many others I can't even remember, but it was like a crazy over-the-top roster, and this is pretty out there. Because we haven't seen Meta Knight, which I'm pretty sure is going to be there. I wish Solid Snake would come back, or at least a character from the Metal Gear series. Just because it would be nice to keep that. I mean, Sonic's in there. I would like to see Knuckles or Tails, or even Dr. Robotnik, or Eggman, as people call him. Or the character from Sama the Amigo, the little monkey from Sama the Amigo. That'd be cool. A couple more outside characters would be kind of a nice change to the roster. But, I mean, I don't know. I guess an additional characters, maybe a Shy Guy would be cool. As an out of nowhere, like, what the hell is that guy doing here? I wouldn't mind seeing Mr. Game & Watch come back. He was kind of an interesting twist to the characters. Rob, I don't care so much if either way if he comes back or not. Although I think he will. I think he was in Brawl. Probably. Anyways, that's your humongous roster and counting. The game is set for a summer release for the 3DS and a Wii U release in December. Now, a lot of people speculate that they're doing this in order to get your attention with the 3DS, which I'm buying, and then build up expectations and excitement over the Wii U version to hike up the sales of a very endangered system. Now, I've said it once and I'll say it again. I am very pro buying a Wii U as soon as I can afford to buy a Wii U. What that means is priorities come first, and gaming systems come in a very far fifth, because there's other stuff on top of that. So, with that extended roster, I'm still hoping other characters can make it in that we haven't seen. Walu, is Wario in this list? I don't remember writing down Wario. I don't think I wrote down Wario. I don't see Wario. So there's another one. Waluigi would be an interesting ad, although kind of pointless. Daisy would be kind of cool. So, there's a few characters that I don't see here that still are going to most likely make the roster and just keep adding to it. I kind of hope they have some DLC at some point. Adding all new characters to the matchup, because you have the Invitational happening at E3 or during E3, which I have details on that on the site later today. I've already posted them, so never mind. And it's an open invitation, first come, first served basis, but must be 18 or older to compete. So, people will get a chance to see this game long before anybody else does, and actually get to see what the roster's like. I'll probably be locked up in demo version, but still, an interesting twist is coming. Anyways, last but not least, back to movie news really quick. Big Hero 6 was announced by Disney yesterday, with a wonderful trailer playing here, showing off Baymax being Baymax. Big, fluffy, marshmallowy robot goodness. And of course, Hero, which his last name Hamada. There you go. Now, if you're not familiar with Big Hero 6, and I'm not going to lie, I'm not, and I wasn't up until a few minutes ago, which I'm now totally interested in. Big Hero 6 is a comic book series in the Marvel Universe, which was produced as a spin-off from Alpha Flight. Essentially, it's the Japanese government wanting to have a set of superheroes under their control and upon demand, quote-unquote, aka, Registration Act in the Civil War. Well, they ended up recruiting 6 unique heroes, and I don't have notes on the rest of them because, honestly, it's a pretty interesting list of heroes, including Hiro Hamada and Baymax. They're the most interesting, and I think that's why the trailer's focused on them. Essentially, Baymax is Hiro's creation. Hiro created a robot that essentially is that big fluffy marshmallow with a childlike behavior. But the interesting part is that he created him after his father's death, and ended up putting memories from his father's memories into Baymax. Hence the protective guardian, bodyguard / role he plays. Now, Baymax has a couple of interesting abilities. One is to transform into a large dragon-like creature that Hero rides. The other one is, of course, if you see in the trailer, Hero placing some Iron Man-like armor on him. So, what that means is just, we got an interesting Disney cartoon coming. And I'm actually quite excited because even though the trailer shows off Hero, it says Big Hero 6. We could be getting the entire team on this. Or it could become a mini Marvel spin-off series where the heroes are getting introduced film by film, which would be interesting because the series came out in 1999. So it's not a very old series. Much like Guardians of the Galaxy is not a very old series. So it's interesting to see that they're taking on newer properties that people don't have to backtrack so much into to get a hold of information. So I'm kind of happy with this. I'm also very happy with the way the film looks. It looks amazing, and I'm excited to see it. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what Marvel/Disney does with this. Because honestly, they could just outright eliminate the rest of the Big Hero 6 group and focus on Hero and Baymax. Or not. We'll see. Anyway, with that, that's it for today. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. The whole shebang. Until next time. Until Monday, at least. Or the next video. Do yourself a favor. Enjoy your brew. Hey everybody, what's up? Thanks for joining me on this Friday morning, afternoon, evening, daytime, whatever. Here come the questions. Godzilla's director set to direct the next Star Wars film, written by the same person who brought us After Earth and the Book of Eli. So what are your thoughts? Do you think the combination is going to work? What do you suspect this property is going to be? It's going to be outside of the trilogies, quote-unquote 9 films at this point, or at least to be written and directed. But we got a whole new director and writer set for a spin-off kind of storyline. So I want to hear what you think. The Smash Brothers roster has been added yet another character, and quite a few are still missing. Do you feel that they're going to add more before the summer release? Or are we going to see these as a DLC pack where if you want, say, Wario, you got to buy a bundle pack with Meta Knight and other characters you may or may not want? Let me know what you think. I think more Sega characters would be a nice addition to it. But of course, some more Nintendo ones would be great. I want to see a little bit more of Nintendo's roster make it in, but I can't really think of many that I would like to see in this anymore. I mean, yeah, I really can't think of any particular characters. Maybe more Mario villains. Maybe Wart from Super Mario 2's Dream Sequence game. That would be cool. So, let me know in the comments, who would you like to see added, or who would you like to see removed, more interestingly. And last but not least, Big Hero 6 announced. Trailer looks adorkable, and that's all I can call it, adorkable. Let me know what you think. If you've read the comic book series, let me know what you think of that. Do you think that Disney Marvel might ruin it? You probably will say that, because tons of you usually do. I think it looks cute. I think I'm actually going to start reading the source material to get familiar with it, because it looks interesting. So, with that, thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, make your comments, questions, and, well, feedback is always welcome. Till next time.